All right, guys, I hope you're enjoying yourselves. I was thinking I wanted to basically make a little video on a build that I created here, which is the Mortar Tactician. I really fucking love this build. Um, Honestly, it's doing a lot of damage, but I am still a bit salty about the whole banner rework, and it's just that's probably not going away anytime soon. But if you followed along on stream, you would have seen that this basically is what my build turned into after figuring out that the banners were nerfed, or not nerfed, but changed in a way where it doesn't work like a support build anymore. So I decided to just go the grenade route for campaign, and as we basically got through the campaign, the build kind of developed into what it is now, and I'm really happy with it. There's a couple of things that I still kind of need for it, but overall it's performing fairly well, I would say. And in the campaign, it was performing exceptionally well, I would say. It is so good at killing bosses and like the abyss and big groups and stuff like that. The only slight issue we have at the moment is the visual clarity is very harsh on this build. It's super hard to see anything, and you're gonna have to live with that because there's just no way of making it more visible, like anything. However, I did kind of want to prove how good it is, so I haven't even ascended on my second time. I only did the first ascent just to kind of like prove a point here on how good this actually is. So we did the cannons ready to be able to place a second totem, or ballista as they're called now. And we did this one artillery strike, so we can now place 3 of the ballistas, which all shoot 3 grenades, and it is working exceptionally well. This whole setup, I didn't actually, as I said, I didn't really want to play this, but after having cooked this, I am pretty happy with it. Next up on the list will be grabbing these right here. And I also kind of want to get this right here so we can get a little bit more life regen. And I'm thinking about grabbing this one as well. So I was going to go either down here, in, and then this way around, or I'm going to go down here, in, and this way around. I'm not entirely sure on which way. It depends on if I want to grab this or not. But things I definitely want is going to be this and that one right here. So that is the plan for the next couple of levels. Now, I did die a couple of times here and there. It wasn't the greatest playthrough I've done. There was a little bit of a learning curve. Some things changed and whatnot. But overall, I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with where we're at. I do want to point out that the most important part of this build, in my opinion, is the weapon. You're gonna want to upgrade this as much as you possibly can, and you want to keep upgrading it as much as possible because you're gonna want to have as much damage as possible. That way you don't have to think too much about defensives. You can just literally wipe everything with no problem. For the charms, we are rocking the immunity to freeze, immunity to stun, and some chaos resist because we are low on our chaos resistance. As you can see, everything else is looking pretty decent right now. I am missing some runes, and once we do get around to get the runes, then we'll be able to max out our resistances. We did find an Astromentus in Act 4 on stream, which were fucking insane. I still can't quite believe that. We're rocking an ES helmet right now. Probably gonna go for ES evasion on this build down the line. Maybe I'll go armor evasion. It kind of depends a little bit on how well it performs. We got some resistance on our rings, a little bit of flat damage, some more resistances and some life. that's the important stats, right? And a good weapon, or not good, but decent. It's not by any means perfect or anything, but it's just good enough. We got like an armor with some spirit on it. We got a pair of gloves here with some flat damage and some resistances. Some resistances in life on the belt with some charm, and that's pretty much it for the gear. We do rock the shield and mace set up on the second one, just so we have leap slam for the moment. I might swap that around later down the line once we get a lot faster, but for right now I do like to have my leap slam so I can just leap over edges that you can't normally walk through. So like if we wanted to go up here, instead of having to walk around, we could just leap slam up. Stuff like that in the campaign is really, really nice. It saves you quite a bit of time. Now, for the way this works is, let's go into a map. I have already killed everything in this map, but I still kind of wanted to show off just the idea of how it works. So what you want to do is you're placing your ballistas. And usually what I personally do is I'll shoot one time myself, so there is already 4 grenades out, and then they each shoot 4 grenades, and then I basically shoot the grenades with my explosive shot that blows them up. Once we are dealing with an enemy that's a bit tougher than just like a regular monster, I'll hit them with the oil grenades, and then with the curse as well, the elemental curse. So that is for a tougher enemy like a rare or something. And then once we are doing like a boss or something like that, I will drop my war banner as well, just to gain a little bit extra damage and whatnot, and it works phenomenal. I am currently working towards getting a tamed beast. I kind of want to have a tamed beast with extra damage, invulnerability aura, or haste aura. Either or would probably be a better choice than what I'm rocking right now, but for the campaign this has worked out perfectly. Now there is a slight issue, and I will highlight that right now, which is you have your explosive shot. If you play with other people and you go down, do note that the explosive shot automatically toggles back to your default attack. So every time you go down or something like that, you have to physically toggle back on your explosive shot, which is a major pain in the ass, because you don't always realize it, or you don't always think about it. And then you start shooting and it's shooting little fucking bolts that doesn't do shit. So you really have to pay attention that is actually set to explosive shot. Otherwise you're just gonna have a bad time. We go through the campaigns here. As you'll see, I have literally completed pretty much everything. It's fairly simple. It was not too hard. There was like, I would say maybe 2 or 3 bosses that were hard, but that was more so learning the movesets of the bosses. And once I had the movesets learned, it became extremely easy. And I just finished the campaign on my second character as well, which I did fully solo, because I kind of wanted to learn all the boss fights, and I made sure not to put too much damage on it so the bosses don't instantly die or anything like that. I actually have to stay in the fight and fight them and see all the attacks and learn them and evade them. And that kind of gave me a lot more knowledge about how to fight a couple of the different bosses. Now I really do like the way the build turned out, and I would highly suggest trying this out if you haven't tried it, or if you're looking to play something a little bit off meta, right? Like something that's not Deadeye, basically, since nearly 80% of people are playing Deadeye now, which is sad. If we go over the skill jumps real quick, we are using explosive grenades here. We have scatter shot with fire attunement and elemental armament. We have oil grenades with multi-shot and increased area of effect. If we get to the mortar cannon here, which is basically our main damage, it has explosive grenades, scatter shot, or multi-shot as it's called now, and then we have urgent totems for right now, so we can place them a lot faster. And we have the explosive shots, of course, with again multi-shot and increased attack speed. Then we have our leap slam with increased attack speed. We have our curse right here, elemental weakness, and for that we're using heightened curse for the increased magnitude. We're using efficiency for less cost, and we're using increased magnitude for a little bit bigger area. Then we have our war banner, and here we have magnified area, we have efficiency, and we have prolonged duration, so it stays out for longer. And we are using currently Herald of Ash. I'll probably swap out of this at some point in the future. But with the Herald of Ash, we're using Clarity for some mana regen, we're using Vitality for some life regen, and we're using Cannibalism for another set of life regen or like recovery, which works really well. If we go to the tree, one note that I do want to take is this one right here, so we get both of these. And I am gonna put Quelling Strike on later down the line, probably on my own grenades and not on the ballista grenades. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this build. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you get a lot of fun out of it, and please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know if you try it out and how you like it. And yeah, I will catch you all in the next one.